Yo, what's up guys? This is Astranox and I'm back in another Epic 7 video. I want to go back in the raid Labyrinth to go and face Devourer Arahakan, the dark boss. This is not my team. I'm gonna go with this one. I tried this before, but I got a better understanding now of the fight mechanic. So, you get in there, you've got the merchant to the south if you need to buy anything. Now I'm heading in this direction. Dark boss is in here. The queen is up north. Then here is the fire boss. Executioner, Carcanus. And you've got the light boss here. And you've got the earth boss here. Morale actually caps at 70, so do not camp too early because you might be wasting some of your morale. Now in that fight the boss has two adds. They are both fire. Skill 1 reduce combat readiness by 30%, and their skill 2 I believe silences for 2 turns. It's on a 3-turn cooldown. When you kill the adds, the boss will do an AoE attack on your whole team and it will apply a debuff, well, 2 debuffs. The first one, which you can't seem to resist, and which actually, I would have to read the tooltip, but what I know is that when you have it on, you cannot dispel it off. And the second debuff is speed down for 2 turns, and cannot be buff. Debuff lasts for 2 turns as well, but if you buff yourself before that, you retain your buffs. I think even if you have immunity on your whole team, this debuff will get applied to onto you. Anyways, we'll see if the speed debuff can be removed, from what I understand. But yeah, the other one, I mean, I tried it. You can't even take it off. It says that you cannot dispel it. And the boss gains attack and crit chance every time he goes. Also, when the boss has adds up, he's in a defensive stance, and he takes a considerably less damage than if he has his ultimate skill on cooldown. It's a 3-turn skill, and you basically want to kill the adds to get the boss to AoE your group, apply those 2 debuffs onto your team, and now you can kind of burst down the boss depending on how much damage output you can do with your team. My team, well, can do quite a bit of damage, but it's nothing crazy. It depends on what procs if I get some dual attacks. Also, when the boss does the AoE against your team, you do lose 50% of your combat readiness on top of both debuffs, and yeah, it is quite annoying. And then after 3 more turns, the boss will just spawn these 2 ads again. So and if you take too long, the boss just gets more and more attack and crit chance. So it's a damage race, it's a DPS race. And you need to set up your burst damage against the boss when you do kill the ad, when he's vulnerable. Also, when the boss has ads, he has, this is the tricky part, he's immune to debuffs. He has immunity that cannot be dispelled. It's super annoying. You cannot take it off unless you kill the ads and you get the boss to AoE your team and do what I've been saying, like get the debuffs and reduce your combat readiness by 50%. As I'm fighting here. So Devourer Arahakan. Here's the ads. Silence for 2 turns. 3-turn cooldown. And the boss has a stun as well on his main attack. That's the AoE that decreases your speed for 2 turns and decrease your combat readiness. And he summons the Azmakalis hunters again. This skill can only be used after all allies except for the caster have died. So yeah, like I said, stance change. If corrupted web can be used, grants immunity that can be dispelled and dramatically decrease damage received. Very tanky. He has immunity, can't do big damage to him. Defense down, all that good stuff cannot be applied into him. If corrupted web can be used, all enemies are inflicted with an unable to be buffed debuff that cannot be dispelled and cannot receive combat readiness increase effect. So that's the other thing I was getting at. You can't get combat readiness boosting effects. That is that's not good. Like my Taranor Guard, when he dual attacks, he actually gives the whole team, including himself, 25% combat readiness, and this cannot happen in that moment. This boss, this Mad Azmakalis patrol, is super annoying. Is he really gonna take out my Diane? Oh my god. This seems to be the only solution here. I'm not gonna risk having my team. I'm not gonna lose Diane here. I want to get to the fight. That's the whole point of the video here. Wow, okay. Now, I will be using the potions. Then I'm gonna camp. I'm gonna use Destina's, both of Destina's dialogues for the highest increase. 18 and 17. All right. Now one thing you can do is clear the path. Clear the path and kind of have to manual here to make sure I can get my health back up. Because she's at a dangerously low amount of HP. That ain't good. Now, I've used a bunch of souls. I'm just gonna auto here. So I have to bring her HP back up. That ain't good. I might have to actually do extra battles just so I can top her off and build up my souls again. She's getting health. Taking a while, but it's working. Now, might have to go in another direction. Let's see. Because that boss is really annoying. It's better to focus on the actual monsters and not on the eggs. There we go. Also, you don't want to use your cooldowns before the boss, like I'm doing now. It's just I've got to top off everyone before I get in there. Now, I feel like Diane is very useless on that battle when you have the debuff that you cannot receive any buff. But if you time your stuff and you have Diane use her skills just before you decide to do the final hit on the ad, it's I mean, she has her use still, and she can take off the speed debuff, I believe. I can't remember, but I'm gonna test it out. But if I use her barrier just before, she might not have. Let me go this way for the first time, this way. Always targeting the egg. Okay. Turn off skills for everyone. My souls are built. My health is not as high as I would like it to be, but it's at a pretty good level. The squishiest of my heroes are... Well, Silk is almost up off. It's fine. Let's go back to the boss. You do lose one morale when you start the battle. Okay. First things first. If you bring an area damage hero, it's gonna be easier to take down the ads, but I mean, you don't really want to deal damage to the boss when he's not when this thing is not on cooldown, so you need to get the boss to use this thing. And yeah, you can't set up the whole thing, the whole burst very quickly because the boss is immune to debuffs. So I can just save the speed. Well, getting speed would have been nice, I guess. Now for Diane, if I do use her cooldown now, okay, so if I use her cooldowns now, it might not be ready in time, but I need that survival. This is only on a 3 turn, this is on a 5 turn, so I can just use this thing for now. I don't need the attack that much. It's basically the barrier that is a huge help. Now she gets stunned, and that's not nice. But I'll work on killing these ads. Okay. One more turn. So next turn she's gonna have it. Oh! No. I said I was going to buff myself before. So I need to almost use Silk to kill the ad. I almost messed that one up. So that is pretty much like the boss just went. Now I can go and buff myself, and I can also remove the stun on Taranor Guard. There we go. Okay, this is good. Now I can, unless there is an assist on the ad, yeah, to be safe, I need to attack the boss here. Silk could maybe not even kill the ad, but still, Taranor Guard is the next to go. The boss, I can't remember, yeah, our combat readiness is gonna go down. The boss will go before Taranor Guard. And yeah, so hopefully I can kill the ad with this third skill. And I did not. But it's fine, it's fine. I can pop him now. Okay. Now, okay, the boss still has to go. So we're losing some turns on the buffs now. So next time I have to think about that. But it's not like I could have changed much here. Well, we're gonna have everyone go before the boss goes. We're gonna lose all our buffs before the boss even goes. Anyway, I guess just chipping at his health. And there we go. Now Diane pretty much lost everything. That's unfortunate. And he does the AoE. Now you see he doesn't have immunity anymore. I can just use the Guardian to hopefully get defense down for 2 turns on him. Because Silk's not gonna do too much damage by herself right now. She needs to have defense down on the boss. Also, he does take quite a bit of damage right now compared to, like, you see the damage I dealt to him before. It was not okay. The ads are down. The boss has defense down. I can go, and I still have attack buff on Taranor Guard. You see, everyone cannot be buffed, debuff. I'm gonna pop this onto him. And let's see what happens. I got him pushed back. This is very good. Now, it says that Cannot receive combat readiness increase effect. So if I use Destina, to boost the combat readiness with her skill 2 on someone, that wouldn't work. And even if I clear debuff on her skill 3, it's not gonna work. Well, I'm gonna use her skill 3 because I want to clear the speed down debuff. I hope it works. It should be working. Oh my god. Hopefully